Good afternoon, and greetings from San Juan, Puerto Rico. My name is Martin Cowart, and welcome to Noonday Meditations and Contemplative Prayer Power Hour, where we come together every day at noon, Monday through Saturday, to love and support each other through this pandemic crisis. How are you coping with all of the uncertainty? You know, the human mind, the human being does not like not knowing what's going to happen in the future. So our little egoic minds constantly try to predict what's going to happen. And we even get angry with ourselves when we get it wrong. And we look for people on the news and in social medias to give us answers that align with ours. All that's okay, except this is the problem. It is our human nature to predict our toxic past into the future, and that's how we suffer. I'll say that again. It is our human nature, from the fear-driven ego, to protect ourselves, doing its job. We'll look at our past, toxic situations, toxic beliefs, fear-driven stories of a doom for tomorrow, some painful experience in the past, and project it into the future. And if we project that negative, that toxic story into the future, there's a possibility that is what's going to happen. That's called manifestation. But what if we did something else instead? What if we taught ourselves as contemplatives to sit in the discomfort? Hey, Mindy, I'm thriving right now with the uncertainty. Great. Holy, hey, Mindy, good to see you. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Good to see you too. Greetings from Puerto Rico. How do you like all these Santos on the wall behind me? Hey, Courtney, how are you doing today? Nice to see you. I'm hoping you'll come on the show with me and co-host with me one day this week. I hope you do that. Let's talk offline about that. I'd love it if you can. But today we're talking about how we're all trying to cope with the uncertainty of the future. All of our lives have been disrupted in some way by COVID-19. And so many of us want to know answers to, when is this going to come to an end? When am I going to be able to go back and hug my friends when I run into them at the grocery store? What's going to happen to all my money? The thing is, we don't know. And the problem is with not knowing is that when we live it's what's called the fear of the unknown. So what we do, instead of projecting into the future, we worry and we feel bad and we predict bad outcomes for the future. We basically are predicting and projecting toxic stories of our past into the future, and that makes us feel bad. So what we can do as contemplatives, we can sit in that discomfort. We can sit in the uncomfortable realities that people are dying, there's bad things that are happening to people every day. And that's a reality. That's not something we can say doesn't happen. Because of this disease, people are getting sick and they are dying. And God knows, you can go from there. There are people who are in resistance to it, who are going out and protesting and won't wear masks and don't want to participate. All sorts of things are going on right now that are being created by this disturbance. And so what can we do? What can we do right now to make a positive difference in tomorrow? And not only tomorrow, but make a positive difference in today. How can we add value to the world today, to create a better future for tomorrow. It is in the beauty of the unknown that we open ourselves up to all possibilities. That is exactly the point of a contemplative. We learn to fall in love with the unknown. The classic book, The Cloud of the Unknowing, the sweet love of I don't know, is totally the cure for the ego-thinking mind. It has to know. Because that's the part of us that's so uncomfortable, not our hearts, not our true selves. So it's in the beauty of the unknown that we open ourselves to all possibilities. And one of the possibilities I like to think more about is the possibility of a new social economic world, structures and systems that support everyone. Just imagine if we had all of our social economic structures grounded in the truth of love and prosperity and abundance and joy and compassion, all those virtues of the heart. So if we are able to sit in the discomfort today, right now, in that space that I don't know, and fall in love with I don't know, we're able to align our bodies, our minds, and our hearts with the great creator of the universe to create a better tomorrow, to create a new earth, as Eckhart Tolle calls it. And if you haven't read his book that he wrote 15 years ago, A New Earth, I highly recommend it. It is eerie how much sense it makes today as he describes what a new earth could be, what a possible would be. And as I see other financial influencers talking about a new social economic system for the benefit of everyone, it gives me hope for a better tomorrow. And that's exciting, isn't it? And there is clearly a movement of other contemplatives, other people who have discovered the power of being a contemplative, the power of being within themselves, not for themselves, but for the betterment of others. That's where our power is. You hear a lot about manifesting and creating. Well, it's a little bit misunderstood. It depends on what I'm manifesting for. If I am manifesting, if I am trying to manifest something for me personally, so that my life can be better, I might want to question that. What is the bigger purpose of that manifestation? It is something for the betterment of others. But I will promise something, guarantee you something. When I can align my mind, my body, and my soul with the universe, when I can align myself with that, then I can manifest, I can co-create a world that I can envision for the betterment for others. That's what it's all about. And that's how we participate in this movement. And there are millions of men and women around the world right now who are participating in a movement to create a new earth and new social economic structures for the benefit of everyone and not just for a few. Isn't it about time? Wouldn't that be more exciting? Isn't this more exciting? It's about the most exciting place to be in the world right now. People tell me they're bored. They're bored. If you're bored right now, I'm going to tell you something. You are boring. You need to sit still and wake up to what's going on around you and begin to participate, because there is nothing boring about living in the world today. It is about the most exciting place you can be, because we are rapidly expanding into higher levels of consciousness at a much bigger level, at a more collective consciousness. So don't even think about being bored. Yes, now is the time. And if you're bored, you're resisting all this. That's your ego mind. Yes, it is the most exciting place. Outside of your egoic mind is the most, we're bored because we're stuck in this egoic mind that needs to be pleased all the time. The other day I was thinking about, I found myself here, I'm in San Juan, Puerto Rico right now. It's absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. It's a wonderful breeze. I'm sitting at this beautiful house with all these wonderful stain toes behind me because the guy collects them and they're beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be. And I found myself sitting here a little annoyed because there wasn't enough breeze. And I didn't know what to do about that. What part of me was annoyed? It wasn't my heart. My heart was, when I stopped and got still, was delighted to be able to share this space. But my ego wanted breeze. But you know what was exciting? But I got still long enough and let go of my need for ego to be happy, need for breeze to be happy. Guess what happened? The breeze came through. So the same thing can happen with everything. We live in a world of prosperity and abundance, and let's all get together and make that happen. Okay? I want to read a little piece today from Eckhart Tolle. I've been following him. This is a little piece that when we talk about die, it's called Die to the Past Every Moment. And if you want to add some comments around it, it'd be great. We can talk about that for a minute, and then we'll meditate. But this is from Eckhart Tolle's book, Practicing the Power of Now. He says, die, and this is the old story of death and resurrection. Death and resurrection. The old ego dies. We deconstruct the old self, and we reconstruct it as a rebirth from a place of love and prosperity and truth. The truth of who we are. So let's talk about that. Die to the past every moment. You don't need it. Only refer to it when it's absolutely relevant to the present. Feel the power of this moment and the fullness of being. Feel your presence. One of the mantras that keeps coming up for me was, be still and listen. Every day that I'm in Puerto Rico, it's like, be still and listen. Be still and listen and feel, experience the presence. Don't think about how beautiful everything. Feel how beautiful everything is right now. Feel into the essence of this world. Are you worried? Do you have many what-if thoughts? You are identified with your man, with your man. You are identified with your man too. You are identified with your mind, which is projecting itself into an imaginary future situation and creating fear. There is no way that you can cope with such a situation because it doesn't exist. It's a mental phantom. You can stop this health and life corroding insanity simply by acknowledging the present moment. Becoming aware of your breathing. Feel the air flowing in and out of your body. Feel your energy field, your inner energy field. All that you ever have to deal with. Cope with it in real life, as opposed to imaginary mind projections in the moment. What he's simply saying is stop and be still. Experience that life force within us. No. It's no. It's no interruption. I'm so glad you're here, Vincent. Thank you for joining. It's any time that you get here is a good time to be here, because that's when you're here. So thank you for joining us. So how do we get into the moment? We stop. We feel the air flowing in and out of our body. We begin to feel that energy. Just feel it. Just put your hand out and don't look at it. How do you know your hand exists? Because you can feel energy in it. The presence of the Creator is so close to what we are. It's like a fish swimming in water. We don't even know we're in water because we're immersed in it. It's what we are. And if you can just get still long enough to let go of the thoughts in the ego mind, it's the only thing that can separate you from the truth is your mind. So let it go and reconnect. Reconnect to that presence. Ask yourself what problem you have right now, not next year or tomorrow, or even 5 minutes from now. What is wrong with this moment? Not enough breeze. Not enough breeze. I want more breeze. I want more cowbell. You know, there's nothing wrong with this moment. This moment is absolutely perfect. It's the only moment there is. And that's why we have to stop and pay attention to it, because we can get so lost in the hustle and bustle of our daily lives that we forget and we move out of that space. We let go of the present moment. And then we find ourselves further and further removed from ourselves. We come back here for some renewed energy to reconnect to that power. You can always cope with the now, but you can never cope with the future. Nor do you have to. The answer, the strength, the right direction, or the resource will be there when you need it. Not before and not after. Are you a habitual waiter? Meaning, are you habitually waiting for your life to start your life when something changes? I used to live like that, and I do sometimes today. I'm waiting for this breeze to pick up so I can enjoy my day at the beach. I am waiting for COVID-19 to get over so I can begin to enjoy my life again. What a ridiculous idea. COVID-19 is here. It is disrupting our lives. All that is true. But when we can learn to love and accept it just as it is, without any need to change it, we can step into the presence of now. We realize we're often timeless. How much of your life do you spend waiting? What I call small scale waiting. I love that. More cowbell. Yeah, I love more cowbell. More cowbell. More breeze. It's like the Three Little Pigs. I want the three little pigs, three little pigs. I want this too hot, too cold, whatever it is. It's a wonderful story. Oh, and it's just right. What I call small scale waiting is waiting in line at the post office, in a traffic jam, at the airport, or waiting for someone to arrive to finish work and so on. Large scale waiting is waiting for the next vacation, for a better job, for the children to grow up, for a truly meaningful relationship, for success, to make money, to be important, to become enlightened. It's not uncommon for people to spend their whole life waiting to start living. That's what enlightenment is, waking up to the reality that life is pretty much a miracle just as it is. I think it was Einstein that said, either everything is a miracle or nothing is a miracle. So when you begin to view everything and every moment as a miracle, oh my God, the whole thing shifts. The whole world shifts. Everything shifts. Waiting is a state of mind. Basically, it means that you want the future. You don't want the present. You don't want what you've got, and you want what you haven't got. One way of saying is you want to control and manipulate the world to get your own way, and you're not happy with the way it is. With every kind of waiting, you unconsciously create inner conflict between your here and now and where you don't want to be, and the projected future where you want to be. This greatly reduces the quality of your life by making you lose the present. For example, many people are waiting for prosperity. It cannot come in the future. When you honor and acknowledge and fully accept your present reality, where you are, who you are, and what you're doing right now, when you fully accept what you've got, you are grateful for what is, you're grateful for what you've gotten, grateful for what is, grateful for being, grateful for the present moment and the fullness of life now is prosperity. I'm going to read that one more time. Gratitude for the present moment and the fullness of life now is true prosperity. So if you've got that old question of wondering, when am I going to run out of money? Where's my money? What's going to happen to my money? Who cares? You got the keys to the kingdom. Step into that prosperity right now and begin to live from prosperity. create a new world order built out of prosperity, because that is the truth of what we are. It cannot come in the future. If you can't have prosperity in this moment, you're never going to have it. It's not something you go out and achieve, it's what you are. You are prosperity. You are abundance. You are love. You can't go out and get love. You are love. It cannot come in the future. Then in time, that prosperity manifests for you in many ways. Courtney, anything you want to add to that? This is right up your alley. By manifesting prosperity is when we live in prosperity, when we come from prosperity. Then we create more wealth in the world. We add more value in the world. We become wealth creators, value creators out of the prosperity that exists within us by living generously in one way. Hey, Hassan, how are you doing today? I'm doing very well. We're just about to turn on the timer and do a little meditating. Are you ready? Are you ready to get present to the moment? Step into your power. Be fully present right now to the miracle of this very moment. Just think about that. Just look around right now and think how vast the universe is, and you are part of it. Mary Jo's present, my cousin from the South. Yes. Allow yourself to get really present to the miracle of life itself. Let go of any needs or expectations of anything else new or different. Just learn to find a way to love, open your heart to love and accept exactly what is here right now. Right here, right now. I'm going to set the timer. We're going to get quiet. And we're going to meditate for 20 minutes. Together, get present to the now. So raise your arms up into the air. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And just feel that life force within your body. Just feel it, allow it to be present. It's here now. It won't always be in this body, by the way. But you're in it right now. That's a miracle. So celebrate that. Then if you will, bring your hands down and put them over your heart. And just feel. And allow yourself with compassion to feel your own beating heart. The miracle of you. The miracle of your life. The gift of you in this moment. Feel that. Don't think about it. Feel it. And be still for a moment. And as you get still, you may notice thoughts, opinions, judgments, beliefs entering into your consciousness. Don't fight with them. Just let them go. Literally just let them go. Say thank you and lay them aside. And be still. If you need to focus on it, be still and focus on your breathing. Put your hands down by your side and get comfortable. Sit up in the chair. Just be present to this moment in your life. Life is living through you. Still feel the presence of life inside you. Feel a little bit like a stirring within you, an energetic stirring around your heart. As you breathe in, imagine expanding the space around your heart just a little wider, a little more accepting. Be still and know that I am God. Not me, Martin, but I am. That I that's speaking through my mouth, that I within you that's hearing me is God. It's just listening through our human faculties. So just allow that to be present. Pure awareness. Pure awareness. Allow the bell to take you deeper within yourself. It's still, quiet, empty space within. Hassan, thank you for passing by. It's always nice to have you, even if it's just for a moment. Give yourself a chance to take a moment, be present at work. Repower yourself at work. Be present. So, thank you for joining me today. Anybody have any comments they'd like to add? It's a pretty good way to deal with all the uncertainty, isn't it? I don't know about you, but for me, when I go into myself and get present, all those fears of the future go away. Both are illusions. And it's from that place, that power we have to heal ourselves and heal each other, heal the world. When I mean heal from the sense of separation. The egoic mind separates. The heart heals and unites. So people often ask me, how do I know if it's an egoic need and desire or a love-driven manifestation? And what does it make you feel like? Does it make you feel separate and apart, or does it make you feel connected and part of? Does it take the I and makes it a we? We are creating something new. We are part of the movement. We are all one. So thank you for joining me today as we co-create and we're part of the feel rejuvenated. Thank you. I feel rejuvenated too. I feel very rejuvenated. I feel grateful too. I feel grateful for this precious life, this opportunity. And I feel grateful for you being here to share this with me. So thank you. Thank you for being here. And I'll be back tomorrow at the same time, 12 o'clock, to get more present, restore our power. And yes, this is the most exciting place in the world to be. Life. Here on planet Earth. Who would have thunk it? Just the way it is. More breeze, less breeze, doesn't matter. It's all good. Thank you for coming today. May love and prosperity prevail.